Here we have the current stock market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're going to be looking at the 1 hour price chart, try to get a sense of where we're starting off with this trading week here. And we can see that this prior movement in the downward direction does seem to be experiencing some continuation here. So really what we're looking at here near term is this price high at 119.66, which was a moderately better high than the 116.78 level that was posted during the September 17 trading session. So there was a little bit of a belief here, or possibility here, that we could retest these prior highs coming in just under 120.80, which is really the main line in the sand here for the moment. But as we can see here, the share price itself is really rolling over. We fell back inside of the exponential moving average cluster. And when that occurs, that you really start to lose a lot of momentum that might have been generated previously. And that occurs in both directions. Once you get caught inside of this exponential moving average cluster, it's often quite difficult to get out of it. What you tend to see quite often is that share prices will just sort of bounce around inside here, sort of ping pong back and forth between these support and resistance levels created by the top and bottom of the exponential moving average range. And that is really what we saw here until the share price itself did manage to break below this exponential moving average cluster during the open here. So as we can see here, the share price itself is continuing to move lower as I'm recording this, and we have now broken below the exponential moving average cluster itself. So that's all 4 hourly exponential moving averages, and we have now lost that bit of support, which is seen right around 115.50. So that would have been like a 5-minute time frame type of support zone. So currently, we are trading at the lows for the session at the moment. I mean, we're still in the first half of the trading day here. But what this does start to open up here is the potential for now a retest of this 113.24 area. So to get a sense of how likely this retest is to occur, what we'll do here is we'll look at some Fibonacci analysis measurements here. And as we can see currently, this recent move lower here has now, yes, we're starting to see some momentum gain here because, as I was going to say, we have now broken through not only the entire exponential moving average cluster, but and the historical support zones, but also the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of this ascending move from 113.24 to 119.66. So that would essentially be this price movement here. And as we can see here, the 618 retracement does come in right here. And there is a large confluence of different technical factors that appeared here on a shorter term basis. So we just sort of drill in here more closely. We can see here that the 618 retracement is in here. This rising purple line is in here as well. That's the 100 period exponential moving average. And then we have some historical support here as well, because even though we do see some spike lows here, some of these candle wicks are actually below that support zone. We didn't really see a closing candle below there on the hourly time frame. So previously, this level was working as a historical support zone as well. But now we can see that this most recent trading session here, this current hour that we're trading in, has forced share prices into the downward direction. And now we have broken all three of those support zones in the process. So ultimately, this is a negative signal here. I mean, there's really no way around that. The next level of support that we would be watching here would come in at this 786 retracement here, this 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of the move, the prior ascending move here. And this level currently comes in right around 114.60, just above there, roughly 114.65. So, that is the next level of support to the downside. And then if we do break below there, we really have to then expect a retest of this 113.24 level. And if that occurs, and we do see a break below there, we're going to then be experiencing a series of lower lows as well as a series of lower highs. If we compare this 120.79 level to the most recent high, which came in at 119.66. So, as you can see here, we're starting to see the development of a downtrend here. And anybody that's been watching my videos kind of knows that I've been pointing out the potential here for a possible head and shoulders pattern. If that were to occur, it's a very sizable pattern. It's a very large pattern. So that would mean that the ultimate projection to the downside would also be quite sizable. So that figure would come around just above the $70 mark, and that seems quite extreme. That we would see something like that. But what we can't really deny here is that this head and shoulders pattern has placed pressure on share prices, and we are seeing share price movements in the downward direction at the moment. So, in order to see a resolution of that pattern, we would need to see first a break below this $100.95 support zone, because that's where the neckline is. I mean, it's a huge pattern. It's a really large head and shoulders pattern. So it would take a lot of work in order to actually trigger the pattern. But I do want to sort of point it out in advance, because as we can see here, I mean, this is leading to, negative downward selling pressure here. So, the pattern itself is sort of playing out as expected currently, even though it hasn't actually completed itself. So in order to sort of reverse this bias, what we're really going to need to see here is a break above that 120.80 level. I mean, you can make the argument that a break above 119.66 would be sufficient to sort of take the pressure off of the downside. It would remove that prior price high, and it would give us a little bit of a higher price high in the process. But roughly $1 above there, we do have this major main resistance zone that would be found next. So you could break through that 119.66 level and then quickly fail, possibly at that 120.80 level. So if we look at the indicator reading on the hourly time frame, just to close out this video here, we can see that there is some emerging bullish momentum that is starting to form for this stock, but the longer term trajectory here does remain negative. We do have to keep that in mind. So there's a lot of kind of negative pressure here. There's a lot of different negative signals here that are pointing in that bearish direction. So even though we do see the development here of some positive momentum, the longer term picture here does still suggest negative momentum. And unless we break through that 120.80 high, we would have to expect to continue to see downside pressure trading with this stock. So here's the current market analysis for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.